Okay, let's share a funny story about our friends in Crack Squad. You know, back when I first started doing some lives there, calling out Up Church for the heinous shit he was doing while hiring a kite, really offending his longtime fans by being very mean and nasty to females, to veterans, to grieving parents, hiring a kite the whole time. And I was talking about my life, some things I experienced. And I mentioned being married to someone for a very short while that was an alcoholic, and I ended up getting a divorce from him and moving on. Never mentioned any name or where they lived or anything. Just, I was married to someone for a short while, had to get a divorce, they were drunk, right? So Nucuck and Rusty busted their butt to bring her on to prove I was a liar. And all it did was tell everybody who she really was and where she really lived. And lo and behold, she was drunker than shit. When they brought her 25 years later, she's still drunk. Fast forward to today, okay? Now, despite the other craziness we've heard over there on the Fairy Tale channel, okay, where Crack Squad thinks that a photograph can be slandered, we've heard some pretty wild stories. We've heard about car stereos that can blow 40 windshields. We've heard about world champions, not like I had a better stereo than the 4 people that showed up at the stereo contest at the strip mall. No, world champion, not once, but twice. Okay, and then we hear another story about a guy that's a pro moto racer, owns 2 dealerships with 11 tire machines. There's no getting out of that, Crack Squad. 9 and 2 is 11. That is exactly what he said. And he said he owned 2 motorcycle shops in Greenville. Mountain Motorsports and Mountain Motorsports Honda. And then owned one in Johnson City. And owned a 500-acre motocross plex. But he's in my comments triggered by me, some dude, random dude on the internet, one of thousands, with a video riding a motorcycle without a helmet. As if my not wearing a helmet would have some effect on his life. And so once again, I called out the bullshit, right? That didn't happen. Somebody that would own all that stuff would be really mature and secure in their own skin, and they wouldn't be braggadocious and one-upping and, you know, trolling some random old dude on the internet, right? They basically wouldn't have time, to tell you the truth. Not to mention the guy's social media was blank until I called him out, right? So Nucuck decides to have the guy on. Gonna prove me wrong. And all he did was let the guy sit and spew unchallenged bullshit for 2 hours. And within 50 minutes, he contradicted himself 5 times. It was first, like I said in the comment, he said he owned 1 dealer in Johnson City and 2 in Greenville. On Nucucks' interview, he didn't claim to own any of the Greenville shops, but Mountain Motors did buy his shop just a few days ago and took all the signs down and changed them. And if you went there and talked to the people, they probably wouldn't know him now because it's all new people. They fired everybody. That's never happened, by the way. When a dealership sells, they keep the same employees. They may change like the general manager or something, but basically the staff stays the same. And then he claimed they sold 4,000 motorcycles in 1 year, which would blow every sales record on Earth. That's earth-shattering sales. I would dare bet that that'd be a world-famous dealership. selling that many units. Because where are you going to get 72 bikes a week to sell? Think about that. 72 bikes every week for a year. Where are you going to get them all? And then, he claimed to be a pro moto champion. Not one trophy. Not one photo of him standing on the podium. Nothing to commemorate this 20-year-long championship that netted him enough revenue to buy a mansion and a red Ferrari. Now, we both know that if I was telling you I bought me a truck, I wouldn't say I bought a green Ford. I would say I bought a green F-350. If I bought a Hellcat, I wouldn't say I bought a red Dodge. I would say I bought a red Hellcat. Okay? I mean, international lingo, right? Nobody that ever owned a red Ferrari said I bought a red Ferrari. They said I bought an F40 or a 35 or any of the other models, right? But they wouldn't just say I bought a red Ferrari, a red one. No pictures, no video. What a milestone in a young man's life to earn enough money racing motorcycles to buy a mansion and a Ferrari and no pictures, no videos, no commemoration at all. Record-shattering sales from a dealership. Can't even go there and just stand in the lobby and ask the employees, how's it going today? How many bikes did we sell? Like if an owner showed up at a dealership, like if I owned a motorcycle dealership, I'd come waltzing in the middle of the day. People would take notice that I'm there and be shuffling around looking busy. And I'd walk up to a couple employees, hey, how we doing today? We selling any good bikes today? Getting anything done in the service department? Just typical owner stuff. There's a reason why we'll never see a video like that. This go back again to the Rusty Truck. Well, I'm going to start calling it the Fairy Tale Channel, where Seepers got 4 nightclubs that net $30K a night in profit, when that's never happened anywhere in America. Nowhere. No food industry or beverage industry ever made 30 grand in one night, let alone every night, let alone in 4 different locations. So I just wanted to make this video to remind you, Rusty Truck picture, New Buck the coward that thinks karma's never catching up with him. You guys look like fools. I've defeated you once again. You set out to prove me wrong once again and failed. I'm 0-10. I should be in contingency for a Heisman, but in this case I won't get a Heisman trophy, I'll just get a poster, because apparently that's all they give 20-year-long champions now, is just a poster to put on the wall. Now, Nasty Fibber, you need to get the trash emptied out over there and get that lawn tidied up and get your work done. The owner of that place is going to start getting aggravated that you're piddling around with me and not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you're going to mess around and find yourself having to pay rent somewhere. If you get fired from that job, you won't be living in a house for free and getting $11 an hour anymore. You're going to have to actually pay rent. And I fear that you're not going to be able to afford that. And it's going to make your life tough. Now, you've blowed your mouth off so much, you've got a whole lot of very intelligent people calling your bullshit. I want you to show me where you rank on the AMA championship chart. You don't even have to tell us your name. Just tell us what number you rank. Because we're not going to find you on there, son. And we're going to them dealerships, buddy. And we're going to play them your stupid voice talking the shit you talk. That's what we're going to do. Okay? You don't come in talking to intelligent people and piss on our leg and tell us it's raining. Now, you might get away with that over there at the Fairy Tale Channel. where they'll believe any fairy tale as long as it's somebody that don't like me. You're not talking to any female from my past, somebody that would be in their 60s or 70s. You're not. You can quit telling that fib too. Okay, I don't have any. My siblings are all older than me even. I'm the youngest one. Stop. Okay, son, stop it. Instead of being jealous over my successes, why don't you put a little effort into accomplishing something on your own once? And then you won't have to be so triggered by an old guy in Ohio making a few videos, okay? And to all you little crack squads out there, call me a bully. You can't show one example of me ever going to anyone and ever bothering anybody. The only thing you can do is show an example of me responding to somebody who come to my channel hurling pretty nasty stuff because I told the truth about your cult leader who's being sued 4 times back to back for being a fucking doped out heinous punk and pissing off all his longtime fans. So you guys, good luck with that. Nasty Habits, you're busted, dude. And Nucuck, you look like an absolute idiot letting that guy ramble that bullshit, contradicting himself one behind the other. How do you go from owning 2 dealerships to only owning 1, to it being sold just a few days ago, to going to your dad's house anytime, to him being deceased, to just having a red Ferrari but not knowing what model it was or anything? How does all that happen? How are you a 20-year champion and you have no history, no picture, nothing, just words? You guys look like idiots again. It's like playing with little kids. Now, I'm going to remind you all before we go. The shit Ryan Upchurch did to innocent women, a high school girl, grieving parents, and 2 smaller YouTubers was absolutely uncalled for. And he deserves every bit of ass-kicking karma he's getting right now. And the lies he told about his dad and mom, he's going to regret when he gets off the dope. Y'all have a good one.